There's only two moments in a man's life. One's when he leaves home, and the other one's when he returns.
Blackthorn, set in Bolivia in 1908, is the story of an old Butch Cassidy, now going by the name James Blackthorn, played by Sam Shepard. The film centers around Blackthorn's trip back to America to see his home for the last time. Problems arise when Blackthorn is forced to align himself with a young robber, played by Eduardo Noriega, and makes the duo a target for gangs and lawmen alike. Personally, I'm a fan of classic westerns, so I went in with high hopes. Luckily, I was not disappointed. After seeing the trailer, I didn't know if it was important to show Cassidy in his old age, and I was wrong. At the heart of the film was a look at a different Cassidy we had never seen before. And sure, there were horse chases and standoffs throughout the film, because it wouldn't be a western without those things. What really made me enjoy the film were the scenes with Blackthorn, where you really got to see what he had learned in his life and how that would stay with him forever. For example, there were a couple of flashbacks with his old gang, mainly Sundance, played by Padraic Delaney, and Etta, the woman they both loved, but Sundance won, played by Dominique McElligott. Those scenes, they really made it for me, and they made me like the character even more as he grew older. I don't think of this film as just a memoir of an old guy. Blackthorn is still the tough, badass bandit we saw in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Only this time, he has a new sidekick. The young robber Eduardo is a questionable match for our protagonist. This gives way for some comedic back and forth because Blackthorn isn't too fond of him most of the time. The film is at its best when Blackthorn is forced to rethink his alliance with Eduardo, with Noriega as an excellent reflection of the bandit's earlier self. Stephen Reed returns as McKinley, who never believed that the last of the old hole-in-the-wall gang died. He's an old drunk, long disgraced, whose path once again crosses Blackthorn's, bringing with the possibility of redemption for both characters. Now, I don't want to overhype the film too much. There were a couple rough patches that made me lose interest a little bit. The dialogue was iffy and even cheesy sometimes, and the pace slows down and speeds up a lot. There might be a really long scene where the story's basically at a halt, and then it'll jump into a plot-driven chase or a monologue that seems to rush the film along. Overall, the film has that gritty old West feel that keeps me loving the genre, and even if you're not too fond of westerns, Blackthorn will reassure you of two things: that there are still some talented actors out there, and that there's a lot of merit and wisdom that comes with age. I would say that Blackthorn is worth the price of admission.